So it's opening week of gag grouper season here in the Gulf of Mexico. I went out on Monday on Labor Day with my friend Rob, and we had a nice crew. We had some challenging visibility on that day. Everyone got some fish, but we only got one gag grouper that day. We were kind of scratching our heads after looking forward to getting out, for several months now to have opening season and seeing so many gags all year. We just weren't seeing the gag grouper on that day because it was so dark we had to use flashlights to even see. So heard the visibility was a little bit better with where my friends the K's dive. So I headed out with them on Friday and had some folks asking for a video of what the visibility was like. So here it is. You can kind of see as we're getting ready to go down. It's certainly diving in a snowstorm again. But we did get our gags both on Friday and Saturday, but we had to work for them. It was not easy shooting at all. Plenty of mangrove snappers zooming around, and after I miss this one here, I decide to really not try and target any more mangrove snapper. The mission is really to try and get some gag grouper, and also with the visibility here, you'll see shortly I decide to put my line on and also turn my flashlight on. It's pretty necessary with what this visibility is. It's really hard to ID fish. It's hard to tell the difference between a gag grouper and a red grouper, and they're certainly both on this dive. So you don't want to mistakenly shoot a red grouper because they're closed for the rest of this year. And I ended up shortening up my line for my next day of diving, but the next day ended up being completely different than this day. And the gag grouper were not kind of holed up or rocked up like they are on Friday. They were out in the open and super skittish, probably because of the challenging visibility. So we didn't have the ability to use flashlights and try and get them out of their home, so to speak. We had to try and get them in the open, and that's very challenging too on lower visibility days. I did shorten this video up because I didn't want you to have to watch a bunch of me looking under ledges and undercuts and cracks to try and find a grouper. As it turned out, for this nice grouper that I shot here, it was 31 inches and we were in 50 feet of water. So it's a pretty nice sized grouper for that depth. I didn't need the line on, and because I had it on, it ended up being a mess because the shot went right through the grouper's skull, right through its gills, and now trying to get it back through with the flopper keeps wanting to open up. It was a real pain. I couldn't get it figured out while I was underwater. And so what I ended up having to do, you know, when you're floating up a little bit with a fish and then you get the joy of a remora swimming right in front of your face and you look down and see, oh, there's my weapon on the ground. Probably want to get that back and not be dealing with this fish away from my spear gun. You just have to pivot. So I disconnected the line and wound it up and just swam around with the line wound up with the grouper and the shaft on my stringer. So again, like I said, I just shortened this video so you didn't see a lot of that stuff.
Mm-mm. Thank you.
Swim was going to be a bitch.
Yeah, it was.
Nice little guy.
Yeah. I can't get the spear out of his head, so.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Deal with that up here. I didn't want to hang it up to you with this whole tangle line to deal with. They got two other nice ones. There's definitely some more too. It's kind of like our dive that we did.